Why did one simple gesture make Thor realize that Mjolnir no longer belonged to him? Thor reached out his hand like he always did, expecting his hammer to fly back to him. Mjolnir didn't move. It stayed firmly in Jane's hand. At that moment, Thor realized Mjolnir had chosen someone else. Thor and Mjolnir used to be almost inseparable. No matter who he was fighting, all Thor had to do was reach out his hand. Mjolnir would immediately fly back to him. When Thor was once trapped by the fire giant, he simply reached out for Mjolnir. The hammer flew straight back to him and helped him break free. Thor used Mjolnir's power to take down his enemy with a single strike. To Thor, Mjolnir had become a part of him. Yet when he reached out again, Stormbreaker flew into his hand instead. Thor awkwardly claimed that Stormbreaker was what he wanted. He couldn't understand what was happening. What he didn't know was that he was the one who had abandoned Mjolnir. It all started when Hela appeared. Thor summoned Mjolnir to fight her. Hela caught the flying hammer with just one hand. A second later, she crushed Mjolnir into pieces. The shattered hammer was left behind. Thor later forged a new weapon, Stormbreaker. Thor also knew he couldn't always be there for Jane. One day, he quietly made Mjolnir a request.
I need you to promise me you'll always protect her.
The hammer responded to his words. Years passed. Jane became seriously ill. She had cancer. At her lowest point, Jane found information about Mjolnir. The note said that anyone worthy of lifting Mjolnir could gain the power of Thor and become physically stronger. Jane decided to take one last chance. She traveled to New Asgard and stood before the shattered remains of Mjolnir. The moment Jane approached, the fragments that had been silent for years suddenly reacted. Storm clouds began to gather. One piece after another rose into the air. The fragments came back together, reforming Mjolnir. Jane gained the power of Thor and became the mighty Thor. On the surface, it looked like Mjolnir had abandoned its old master and chosen Jane instead. Mjolnir never betrayed Thor. Even after being shattered for years, it still remembered the promise Thor had asked it to keep.